Welcome back to PerpDex Daily. I'm Aaron. In today's video, as always, we're going to be covering Hyperliquid and Lighter in the entire PerpDex scene. There's a lot to cover today in this episode. Very exciting price action and even more exciting news. Let's get straight into it. The star of today's episode is going to be Lighter. Hyperliquid is moving up right now. If you take a look at Hyperliquid, it's been in this range for, I guess, over a month now, and it's really looking very solid. Looking like it's going to probably hit new all-time highs, possibly this month. We don't know where the short-term price action is going to go, but things are looking bullish, and I could really see an all-time high this month. I think anything under $100, should long-term probably be a good move. But, anything can happen in crypto. You never know. And with Lighter, take a look at this. Lighter is up 12% today. I'm going to be talking about some of the reason I think it's rallying so hard. Of course, we talked about this on the channel, and if you follow me on Twitter, we've been talking about this for quite a while. Is the Lighter Robinhood partnership and the relationship there. And we saw a couple days ago, this thing became official. We saw Robinhood came out with their L2 and Lighter is the PerpDex there. And they're doing a bunch of stuff with Lighter, which has caused, and what really wasn't priced in, honestly, not many people on YouTube or X were talking about Lighter. I feel like I was really one of the few people who were talking about it consistently. Not many people were talking about it consistently, but as you can see right here, Lighter price action looking really good. It had been grinding for a couple months up slowly. Not even a couple months, really just like 2 months. And it's looking like it's going to make kind of that cup, formation. As you can see, it launched, all the way up here. This is on Binance. There's a couple different charts, but looking really, really solid. FOMO starting to come in. But now let's talk and just go over some more Hyperliquid stats. If we take a look at Hyperliquid, $2 million worth of TWAP buys in the next 24 hours. Really strong numbers. And as always, Hyperliquid's always fucking killing it. And the strength on this coin is just absolutely ridiculous. There is unlocks coming up. Going to be interesting to see what the team does. I'm predicting, of course, I'm thinking, Jeff's going to hold on and they're not going to, dump all their tokens. But we'll see what happens in terms of the unlock and stuff. I have faith that they're not going to dump their tokens super hard. I assume eventually Jeff and the team are probably going to take profits and everything, large profits, but I don't know if it's going to happen now just because of where the market's at. And also, Hype is still at the end of the day new and on the come up, trying to prove themselves. Although all of us here are very bullish on Hyperliquid, we know where it's going, still trying to prove itself to the whole TradFi world and the rest of the world. But overall, just super good strength here. I mean, this is ridiculous. And for fees in the last 24 hours, about $1 million worth of fees. Ridiculous numbers, and this chart looks absolutely beautiful. And as we go to Lighter, it is a Sunday as I'm recording this, so keep in mind the volume numbers are never going to be as high on as a weekend than as a week. And Lighter's volume in the last 24 hours has been about 700 million. But I think this number in the next couple of years is going to absolutely grow exponentially. But let's talk about some interesting catalysts today. Ansem called Lighter. He had talked about it before a couple weeks ago, just in terms of the price action. But today he finally put out a tweet saying, Lighter partnership with Robinhood seems massive. Kind of a soft shell, seems massive. He knows it's massive. That's why he's talking about it. And I suspect that Ansem will be talking about Lighter a lot more in the future. Lighter still, once again, kind of seen as a beta play or not a serious competitor to Hyperliquid. And Hyperliquid's king, and I think it will continue to be king. But I think Lighter and the PerpDex market is going to get much bigger. I think the PerpDex market as a whole is going to get exponentially bigger, and Lighter's going to be able to get a good chunk of that. And Hyperliquid will as well, of course. Hyperliquid's the dominant PerpDex. I think it's going to stay that way. And I also think Lighter can make a ton of money and go up a lot too. I think there are going to be two massive winners out of this, similar to prediction markets, where you see Polymarket and Kalshi are two giants in the space. But good to see Ansem talking about this. And this guy has a ton of pull. You could argue he has the most pull on the platform in terms of social media, in terms of moving coins. Does Ansem have more pull than Elon Musk? Just raw tweeting, not injecting his own money. There's an argument there, truthfully. You've probably seen his meme coin recently. He's been doing absolutely ridiculously well. But anyways, that's massive to see Ansem continuing to talk about Lighter, and I think he's going to keep doing it, which is bullish as fuck. And also, he's so connected. He's connected to Mert. He's connected to all these other guys who are big on CT too. But now let's talk about this. I talked about in a video the other day how Robinhood CEO is on the CFTC Advisory Committee. And also, so is the founder of Lighter. The founder of Lighter puts out this tweet saying on the 250th anniversary of America, and happy July 4th. Yesterday was July 4th to all the Americans watching. I am proud to be building Lighter here from the start. This year, I've also started serving in a small way as a member of the CFTC Innovation Advisory Committee. Here's to another 250 years of American innovation. Happy 4th. And this is a huge thing. So first of all, so fucking bullish. I mean, if you don't think Lighter is going to be getting these licenses, the guy serves on the CFTC committee. I haven't seen anything much more cabal than that, than the literal founder of a project serving on the CFTC committee in terms of like, oh, will it get regulation or will it get licenses, etc. Pretty sure it will, considering the guy's on the fucking board. And this is huge. And this is kind of a part of the thesis for Lighter, because at the end of the day, when it comes to the market share, this Perpdex thing I think is going to be similar, and I like to make the comparison to prediction markets in the sense that Hyperliquid has massive market share, but if Lighter ends up getting a lot of cabal partnerships with a lot of big companies and getting the right licenses, it's going to start getting market share. I think the Perpdex scene as a whole is going to absolutely get way bigger from here, but Lighter can become a serious competitor depending on what partnerships it gets. Politics is a part of the game. That's it. You know, at the end of the day, Robinhood chose Lighter instead of Hyperliquid, which obviously Hyperliquid stay still way ahead of Lighter. I want to make that very clear right now. But there is 100% a bull case for Lighter. They have a Miami HQ. Peter Thiel is a big investor in their Series B with Robinhood and all these other big players, and their founders on the CFTC Advisory Committee. Okay. And this is why I think you're starting to see this type of price action, because people had been kind of sleeping on this. But now they're starting to piece it together and saying, hey, wait a minute. I mean, this tweet here, it giga bullish. And the Ansem chill. And I think now the market's starting to react and going, oh, wait a minute. This isn't just like some fluke play. This is a serious cabal play here, and a project that's doing real money. But that's it for today, guys. Sunday, so the market's a little slow, but make sure to go follow me on Twitter. And also, if you made it this far, join my Discord. Please join my Discord. We're trying to grow that there. Follow me on Twitter. I'm super active on Twitter. Make sure to subscribe, leave a comment, leave a like if you enjoy the show. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.